everyone, I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weagle from WPTV. We're going to talk about hurricanes in the 2021 hurricane season, and the title of this one, Hurricane Miss. And we still see a lot of people these days that do things to prepare for hurricanes and during hurricanes that you really shouldn't do, and it puts your safety in jeopardy. So we want to talk about that and kind of give you an update on what's expected this year for hurricane season overall. Now, hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th, and the peak of the season would be September 10th. Now, typically in June and July, there's not much going on for hurricane season. Things start to really get going about mid-August, and we do a sharp climb up towards September 10th. That's kind of the peak day. It's a peak day in the Atlantic Ocean, but it's not really the peak day for South Florida because we actually get more hurricane landfalls historically in the month of October than we do in September. But that is the day that the activity peaks in the entire Atlantic basin, and then it subsides after that, although there's a secondary peak that is around mid-October, and that's when we see some storms kind of bump up as we get into the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean mid and late October. Those late season storms that sneak in. All right, as far as the names for this year, of course, it's in alphabetical order, male, female, and we get into the Greek alphabet last year. Hopefully we won't do it this year. We have, there's the tracks for 2020, and it was a busy season, obviously. And of course, into the Greek alphabet. That's only the second time that's happened. The other year was 2005, the year we had Hurricane Wilma. Of course, historically, we've had some significant hurricanes that have come close or hit us. Francis and Jean in 2004, Wilma in 05. Dorian was a massive scare for us. Dorian just pummeled the Bahamas through Grand Bahama, stalled, and then lifted north along the coastline. Never made a direct impact here, but we certainly felt some of the effects from it. And there's Irma. The list goes on and on. So we have to be ready for hurricane season. Now, hurricanes are rated on a scale from Category 1 to Category 5. That is the wind speed scale, but obviously there are several factors that can come into play as far as how strong they are and how much of an effect they'll have on South Florida. There's storm surge, there's the wind, there's the inland flooding from rainfall, and there's also a tornado threat. All those factors come into play. Category 1 to Category 5, and of course we've only had a few Category 5 hurricanes, 4 I believe on the list now, and several of those have had a big impact on Florida. Now, when the Hurricane Center gives a forecast, they give you really two pieces, very important pieces of information. They tell you where the storm's going to be, and they tell you how strong it's going to be. And the intensity forecasts can be a little bit problematic. In the past, hurricanes will intensify rapidly at times, not really in track with what the official forecast is, but the tracks are exceptionally good, and a lot of research is still going into those intensity forecasts. Now, hurricanes in the past historically have done a lot of damage for Florida. There are some myths that we want to talk about. Number one, taping windows. I don't see a lot of this now. There used to be, when I started almost 25 years ago here, there was a lot of people still taping windows. Do not tape windows. You should be especially in the heart of the hurricane, you should be in an enclosed, safe room, windowless room. And taping windows, the only thing that does is give you an extra job to scrape off the tape at the end of the storm if the windows don't break. You want to shutter those windows, protect them, have hurricane glass, and really when the winds get very bad, you don't want to be anywhere near a window at all. So taping windows is really a waste of time. Another, and a lot of people still do this, they believe that leaving a window open equalizes the pressure from the inside and the outside and protects your windows. It does not. Keep all those windows not only closed, but protect them at the same time, because you don't want to be dealing with that at all. Third myth would be that tropical storm, Category 1 hurricane, not that bad, shouldn't be too much of an issue. It is. Take all hurricanes seriously. We can get extreme flooding and even weak tropical storms like Tropical Storm Allison. We've seen numerous storms in the last few years that have caused many deaths, and they were weak storms. From storm surge, Ike comes to mind, in Galveston a few years ago. It was just I believe a Category 2 at landfall. A lot of people dismissed it, but it had a 20-foot storm surge. So that's one of those myths that we try to get people to get away from. Also, that hurricanes only affect the coastline. Well, we know that's not true because Hurricane Wilma made landfall on the west coast of Florida and had it definitely had a more significant impact here in our area, South Florida. That was that October hurricane back in '05 that caused a lot of damage and power outages for many weeks in certain areas. Also a myth I want to mention is a lot of condos along the coastline here, a lot of people believe that if they're 10, 15 floors up in a condo or some sort of high rise that you're better protected. You are not. The winds are 10% stronger every 10 floors that you go up in a building. So instead of a 100-mile-an-hour wind, you're dealing with 110 miles an hour. Now that doesn't sound like much, but the wind potential, the wind damage potential increases exponentially. So you are looking at a storm that will likely cause more damage the higher up in that building that you are. Sure, you avoid the storm surge, but you're dealing with some of the other effects of the hurricane, and that wind damage obviously is a serious threat that you should consider at the same time. So we have wind damage, we have the storm surge, we have inland flooding, and the tornado threat in hurricanes, and that's what we, of course, we keep all of those together and keep an eye on all of those. Now, watches and warnings are issued. Don't put up your hurricane shutters. Typically, we tell people if a hurricane watch is issued, you have time to put up your hurricane shutters. We don't want you putting up your shutters and then having to put them down. It's a fire issue, fire threat issue, and the fire department certainly don't want that. Now, there are exceptions. Obviously, people who may be going away and evacuating well before the storm, they're going to have to put up their shutters well in advance, even before the watch is issued. But that's something to keep in mind, too, that you typically, we tell people when the watch is issued, that's the time to put up your shutters, not before and not after. It gives you lots of buffer time. All right, with all those threats, of course, we have the risk of flooding, and we have the gusty winds, and we have that storm surge threat. So all those factors come in. So this year, a lot of the forecasts that are coming out are forecasting for an above average season. There is no El Nino. El Nino typically suppresses hurricane strength and hurricane activity in the Atlantic. There's no El Nino at this time. There's warmer water in the Atlantic Ocean. It doesn't really matter if the water is warmer at the beach here in Florida. Hurricanes don't form there. They form in the central Atlantic, a lot of them, or in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. And that water is very warm this year, and that's going to be a factor that is going to have a factor on hurricanes too. All right, thanks very much, everyone. Make sure to watch WPTV for our hurricane coverage during the season. We've been around many, many years. We'll keep you safe. We'll track every storm every mile of the way. You can download our hurricane guide. It's packed with information. Watch the First Alert Weather team. We have the experience. We've been here a long time. We can keep you up to date and keep your family protected at the same time.